So what we've kept under wraps until this time is dynamic environments. That means that we can take literally anything in the game, including creatures, and in this case extremely large, 1,000-foot plus creatures, and turn them into an environment that Kratos can now navigate, battle on, engage other creatures on, find treasures, you name it. Even since the very first God of War, we keep a running list of features that we'd like to have. So you're in the middle of making something, you're like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we had this? Some of them make it into the game, and some of them get moved to the next game. And this is a case of definitely a feature that I think the team has thought about for a while. But God of War 3 and the technology of the PS3 enabled us to actually build it. Ours is a soft body collision, which allows us to take any character, organic character, and turn that into a level. And so I think it was a pretty unique approach. We've been working on this for almost 2 years now. And the first part was just getting the basic technology down, making that work. And the next part was kind of discovering, well, okay, now that we have it, how can we make that interesting and fun in a game level? This game is bigger than any God of War we've done before. You're going to see a lot of the same, kinds of things that our fans have grown to appreciate: puzzles, massive battle sequences, scenes of epic scope where you can, literally look out on great vistas or incredible architecture. And so this is just one more tool in our arsenal where we can now have levels that take place on these giant creatures. It is certainly the end of the trilogy. We're capping off the story that we started in God of War 1. Can you expect other things, God of War? Yes. We're not going to let it go just like that. Are we going to proliferate the market with tons of God of War? No. We're going to be really careful about what we do next and make sure that we always have something interesting to show and tell. Certainly God of War is a mature game. It's going to stay mature. We know what our audience is for that. That doesn't mean as a studio organization we won't do other games that might be a little tamer. We may go right up against the edge on some of this stuff, not necessarily intentionally, but we're not going to dumb it down, nor are we going to, be too gratuitous. We're not specifically chasing controversy. We're not doing these scenes because we're trying to, gather press over, oh wow, it's controversial. It's more, hey, it's Greek mythology. If you read these stories and the battles and the monsters that, they're classic. You bring those to HD and you add a sense of realism to them, and they can be sometimes a little scary and unnerving, and that's exactly what we want, is that kind of edginess. We're not interested in cutting content, specifically for a territory. We're sensitive to it, and we want to make things available. In terms of Australia, honestly, the only thing I'm not entirely sure about, because their ratings board typically reviews only final content. So I really won't know what the implications will be for that territory until literally we're final with the US version. So far, we're tracking absolutely on schedule. We went beta right before Thanksgiving, so we're in good shape. All the content's done on the game, but we spend a lot of time polishing. We run a lot of play testers past the game, make sure that they're having a good time with it, that nothing's too complicated, but that it's still challenging enough. And we're going to be doing that for the next 2 months.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.